Wild animals like honey badgers survive by being batshit crazy, but these 8 dogs are literally bred to be even more unhinged. First up, we got the absolute menace that is the dachshund. Dachshunds are the canine equivalent of a caffeine overdose. These tiny psychopaths were originally bred to hunt foxes and badgers, which means they were not just chasing danger, they were diving straight into it. Imagine being so fearless that you willingly crawl into a dirt tunnel to pick a fight with an animal that can tank a hit from a goddamn semi-truck. That's a dachshund's idea of a good time. They are small enough to squeeze into burrows, while also being wired like a stick of dynamite. Once they lock onto something, there is no negotiation. They bark, bite, and dig like their lives depend on it, which it literally does at times. Farmers wanted a dog that did not know the meaning of fear or self-preservation, and somehow they succeeded a little too well. Even today, dachshunds still act like they're hunting badgers, whether it's a toy, a shoe, or your ankles. So dachshunds are literally the dog equivalent of a cracked-up mustelid. Next up, we got an even smaller menace, namely the chihuahua. Now, chihuahuas are proof that size means absolutely nothing when your ego is on par with Steven Seagal. These dogs are 6 pounds of fury, running purely on spite and overconfidence. They were originally bred as companions, but somewhere along the line, they decided to identify as warlords instead. Back in the day, ancient Aztecs literally sacrificed these dogs in burial rituals. So no wonder modern chihuahuas act like they are owed revenge for it, although it might have been those loud personalities that got them sacrificed in the first place. Chihuahuas will pick fights with animals hundreds of times their size and genuinely believe they can win. They bark like alarms that have lost all sense of purpose, and every sound they make feels like a declaration of war. You could walk into a room full of dogs, and the chihuahua will still be the one acting like it owns the whole street. They will charge at a Great Dane with the same confidence a honey badger has when attacking a pride of lions. And the craziest part is that half the time, the bigger dog backs off, not out of fear, but out of sheer bewilderment that something this small is this loud and stupid. If honey badgers are nature's chaos gremlins, then chihuahuas are the domesticated version. They do not fight for survival, they fight for the thrill of it. Every chihuahua thinks it is the main character, and honestly, that might be the most dangerous mindset of all. Third on our list, we got something significantly bigger, the Tibetan mastiff. This dog looks more like a mythical creature that guards mountain temples than an actual dog. These things were bred in the Himalayas to protect livestock from wolves, bears, and even snow leopards, which means their entire existence is based on standing their ground against professional, life-cancelling machines. They are massive, covered in a mane that makes them look like lions, and built with the confidence of something that has never lost a fight. Their thick fur keeps them warm in freezing mountains, but it also makes them look 10 times bigger, which probably helps when you're staring down 20 wolves at the same time. A Tibetan Mastiff will decide it owns everything it sees. Property lines, fences, and personal space mean nothing. If a stranger gets too close, this dog will go from calm to nuclear in seconds. Even experienced handlers admit that once a Mastiff makes up its mind, there is no convincing it otherwise. Next, we got another absolute beast of a dog, the Rhodesian Ridgeback. These dogs were not bred to play fetch, it was bred to keep lions in check. This dog comes from southern Africa, where early hunters needed something fearless enough to track and corner big cats until humans could catch up. So, instead of creating a hunting companion, they basically invented a 4-legged daredevil. Ridgebacks are muscular, fast, and stubborn to the core. They were expected to face off against lions, hyenas, and leopards without flinching, which means fear is not part of their vocabulary. Even today, they still carry that same energy. A Ridgeback does not bark to warn you. It barks because it already decided that your life is on overtime. Their trademark ridge of backward-growing hair runs along the spine like nature's racing stripe, as if to remind everyone that this dog was built for violence and style at the same time. They are loyal to their families, but treat all strangers like potential threats until proven otherwise. Fifth on our list, we have the goofy-looking bull terrier. The bull terrier looks like it was drawn by someone who's only been told what a dog looks like. With a face shaped like a shark and the brain of a drunken gladiator, this dog was bred for one thing only, and that was fighting. Originally created by crossing bulldogs and terriers, the bull terrier was meant to have the strength to vanquish enemies and the energy to never stop trying. They are literally built like what I imagine a dog version of a war-bred orc would look like. Bull terriers will body slam furniture, chase shadows, and pick fights with pretty much anything that moves. They are stubborn, fearless, and powered by what can only be described as delusional confidence. Despite that, they are also incredibly affectionate and do make good pets, which actually makes them even more confusing. One minute they are cuddling, the next they are trying to suplex the vacuum cleaner. There is no middle ground, only extremes. Next, we got yet another absolute menace of a dog, the cane corso. This is what happens when someone breeds a dog specifically to make intruders rethink their life choices. This Italian guardian was not just a watchdog, it was a literal dog of war. Back in ancient Rome, the cane corso marched into battle alongside soldiers, attacking enemy lines and even carrying buckets of flaming oil strapped to their backs. Imagine being on the battlefield and seeing that sprinting toward you. That is trauma you do not walk away from. They were also used to hunt wild boars and guard large estates, which basically means they went from fighting armies to bodying predators without breaking character. Built like a tank and armed with a stare that could end any negotiation, the cane corso was designed to handle anything with a pulse. They are loyal, intelligent, and terrifyingly calm. That calmness is not peace, it is calculation. A cane corso does not act out of fear, it acts out of certainty. Second to last, we got another victim-sized dog, the Jack Russell. This is what happens when someone gives a dog unlimited energy and absolutely no sense of self-preservation. These little maniacs were bred for fox hunting, so just like dachshunds, their entire purpose was to dive into burrows, chase down foxes, and flush them out for hunters. Although they were not really meant to fight, just to scare the fox out, somewhere along the way, Jack Russells decided that every problem in life can be solved with pure, unfiltered violence. They are fast, loud, and wired, like living caffeine shots. Once they lock onto something, they will not stop barking, digging, or chasing until someone physically removes them. They are tiny in size, but act like they are starring in an action movie no one else agreed to be in. Even today, Jack Russells carry that same fox-hunting mindset. Whether it is a squirrel or a random household item, they will treat it like a mission sent straight from God. They are fearless, obsessive, and way too confident for their own good. Lastly, we got the deceptively adorable corgi, a dog that looks like a loaf of bread but acts like a drunk cattle wrangler with anger issues. These stubby little units were bred to herd cattle, which means their job was to bite the ankles of animals that could crush them without even noticing. That takes a special kind of confidence, or insanity, depending on how you look at it. Corgis are fast, loud, and built like low riders, which makes them perfect for dodging kicks and biting back before a cow even realizes what happened. They do not see size as a disadvantage, just a tactical feature. Every corgi is born with the belief that they are the sheriff of whatever room they walk into. Despite being short enough to qualify as a dog hobbit, they move with the confidence of a wolf and the stubbornness of a toddler that just learned the word no. They will boss around dogs 5 times their size and win through sheer persistence alone. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, then I'm sure you'll enjoy some of the others on screen as well. And I'll see you in the next one.